If you're a Newcastle United fan, you can sit back and relax, because today's video is hot. There's a bombshell in defense, electricity in attack, and behind-the-scenes action in the Alexander Isak soap opera. But first of all, subscribe to the Magpies news channel and activate the bell, because here we deliver everything about Newcastle without any fuss. Let's go. Starting with the defense, the name that has been gaining traction in recent weeks was that of the young Italian defender Giorgio Scalvini. But for now, the reality is harsh. Newcastle already knows that it will have to row hard if it wants to get the youngster from Atalanta this summer. According to Gazzetta dello Sport, over in Italy, the Bergamo club made it very clear. There will be no negotiations, no talks, no discussions. Scalvini, who is considered non-transferable, was the target of a direct approach from the Magpies, but it was promptly rejected. There was no formal offer. Atalanta has not even opened the door to discussing values. And look, the 21-year-old defender has a market. Manchester City, Liverpool, Napoli and Inter are also keeping an eye on him. Even though he spent most of last season out due to an anterior cruciate ligament injury, the youngster's status is only growing. He returned to the field at the beginning of the year, but only played 8 matches before a new injury, this time to his shoulder, ended his campaign for good. Even so, Atalanta's new coach, Ivan Juric, has already said that he wants to build the defensive system around him. Meanwhile, Newcastle is still looking for a reliable piece for the defense. It is worth remembering that last season, the club tried Mark Guehi from Crystal Palace and also hit the post. So, the mission of strengthening the defensive sector remains open. While the defense is still a question mark, the attack is starting to take shape, and with a speed that is making everyone turn their necks. Sky Sports pundit and former Liverpool defender Jamie Carragher didn't mince his words. He called Anthony Elanga absolutely electrifying. In Nottingham Forest's win over West Ham, Elanga simply flew. He had the fastest sprint of the game, winning a free kick that resulted in the winning goal. And that's not all. The guy is on the list of fastest sprinters in the Premier League, with 6 appearances in the top 18 last season. The 23-year-old Swede clocked 36.2 km/h last season, and had already reached 36.9 km/h the year before, and that was with the ball at his feet. There was even a moment against Manchester United, his former team, in which he ran 85 meters in just 9 seconds. That's right, 9. Elanga has already warned, "I'm one of the fastest players in the league. I want to attack space and get to the goal as quickly as possible." And Newcastle know that. That's why they're trying to sign the striker this week. The idea is to set up an attack with Elanga, Isak and Gordon. Just imagine the chaos for any defender to mark this trio. And speaking of Alexander Isak, the Swede is still under pressure. Arsenal even tried to get closer, with former players asking for him, fans trying to talk to the star, but Newcastle stood their ground. Darren Eales, the club's CEO, was blunt. It would be crazy to sell a player like Isak. And what's more, the club is not under pressure to sell anyone. The result? Arsenal backed down and is now trying to sign Victor Gyökeres from Sporting, who has scored 97 goals in 102 games. Is he a great name? Of course. But it also shows how strong Newcastle is in the market. And that, fans, is a clear message. Isak is not leaving. On the contrary, the club is already moving to renew his contract. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, Newcastle is rushing to close 2 signings right away. In addition to Elanga, goalkeeper James Trafford from Burnley is also in the plans. The idea is to speed up these deals before returning to the Champions League and show that the club is alive in the market. There's just one detail. Despite having financial power, Newcastle is playing smart. Kieran Maguire, a finance expert, was clear. The club has margin, but it won't spend just for the sake of it. The culture is one of responsible management. Don't fall into the trap of expectations just because you have Saudi money behind you. So fans, the outlook is as follows. Is Scalvini struggling? Yes, but Newcastle won't stop. Elanga is coming to change the game quickly, and Isak, he continues to be the symbol of a project that doesn't accept being a supporting actor. The club is focused, strong, and increasingly ambitious. If you want to follow everything in detail, you know what to do. Subscribe to the Magpies news channel, like it, and comment below which name you want to see wearing black and white this season. Because if it's up to the board, big things are coming. See you next time.